we are also highly confident that we will achieve profitability in our third quarter and fourth quarter, and therefore the whole of the second half.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Seeing Machines CEO, Paul McGlone. Paul, very good to speak with you and Happy New Year. You've certainly hit 2026 with the ground running. Let's start with the announcement you made yesterday. You've notified the market you're to receive an accelerated lump sum payment related to automotive royalties. There's a few questions around that. You mentioned there was a change to an automotive production program. Can you explain that in more detail, please?
Yes, I can. And thanks for having me, Stephen. We have mentioned a number of times to the market that we have a number of programs and contracts that are underwritten by certain types of guarantees, either minimum volume guarantees or absolute payment guarantees. And we have 4 of those in total. And this program represents just one of those. And what's occurred in this case is that for a whole bunch of reasons, certainly not in our control, at the customer end, the program has been materially changed, both in terms of its timing and volume. And those changes have enabled us to essentially trigger the guaranteed commitment that we have and therefore renegotiate the outcome. And the outcome that we've negotiated, I think, is fabulous for the company. We've managed to agree the entirety of the amount discounted back for the value of money over the 5-year period. And it's resulted in a lump sum payment that we will book this month. Now, that lump sum payment will be in this quarter and this second half booked as revenue, drop straight to profit and also to cash. So it's a very good deal for us. Normally, when programs are delayed in the way that this has been, you just have to wear that and wait till the end of the program and then have a discussion about settlement later. But in this case, because we had the contractual guarantees, we've been able to negotiate a very, very good outcome. All the other programs with this customer are either in production or approaching production and are entirely on track.
You mentioned profits and cash flow, Paul. What is the impact of this payment on profitability and cash flow?
Well, it's profoundly positive, but just going back to the key statements that we've been making for the last couple of quarters, we've committed to the market that we would achieve a cash flow break-even run rate by the end of last quarter, which is December. And I can confirm now that that has been achieved. The December month was a cash flow positive and profitable month, the first for us. So the run rate of cash flow break-even exiting that quarter is now achieved. Now, we are also highly confident that we will achieve profitability in our third quarter and fourth quarter, and therefore the whole of the second half. So we are now on the path to profit, and that is without considering the impact of this accelerated royalty payment. So this payment improves our position in revenue, profit, and cash. It isn't the trigger that has enabled us to get to profitability. It's a material additional number and an improvement to our existing commitment. So we're pretty pleased with that.
Thanks for the clarification, Paul. While we have you, I believe your team's at CES. What's the focus of the demonstration there this year?
Yeah, CES is really busy for us this year. I think everyone would know the market is changing really rapidly. I guess the explosion of software in vehicles and now robotics, and certainly the AV space is developing very, very quickly, and that's a new area that we are becoming more focused on. So we have a number of really deep proof of concept demonstrations with some of our key customers. Valeo in particular, we're demoing a very advanced 3D interior, what we call perception map. And this is something that really brings to life the whole cabin experience. And it's, we think, a technological breakthrough that's way ahead of the market. and we think that will be really positive for us over the coming year. We've also announced, and I think we just posted today, our video on intoxication. So we have a very well-developed set of algorithms to detect intoxication, but also we put out a video to show, well, what is the use case and what would happen if the vehicle detected that you were intoxicated? And I think that's interesting viewing for everybody. So that will get a bit of a run at CES as well. And we announced also a focus on future mobility. And what we've done there is we've brought a range of people together from around the business that have been working very closely with the autonomous vehicle sector, initially selling them our backup driver monitoring technology. But now we're in dialogue with several of those key players, and we're looking at a far more advanced fusion of interior and exterior sensing using our technology at the core. So we've decided to bring these people in our team together, bring the technologies that we've been touching these AV players with, and really refocus them on this specific opportunity. So it's existing resources, existing products, but essentially repurposed to capitalize on this new opportunity. And we have several discussions which are moving along in a very, very positive way. So pretty pleased with that.
Well, it sounds like a very exciting year ahead for the company, and also a profitable one. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you, Stephen.
Paul McGlone is the CEO of Seeing Machines.